Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. And today I want to talk about a bait that is killer all year long, and especially during the fall and winter. And we're going to talk about the lipless crankbait or the rattle trap. So y'all stay tuned and we'll be right back. Take the data a little bit. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. And first I'd like to say y'all please like and subscribe to the channel. I know there's a lot of people that watch my videos that's not subscribed. Please subscribe. I'm going to try to put up a video twice a week if I can. And I really appreciate the support. I really appreciate and very blessed that y'all have took the time out of your day to look at my videos and watch my videos, and I'm hoping that things that I'm showing you are helping, and some of my fishing is helping y'all understand how to fish some of your local ponds and lakes and that kind of thing. So I'm really hoping I'm helping each and every one of y'all in some kind of way. And also too, I'm gonna try. I know I do a lot of pond fishing, but I'm really working really hard trying to get out on the lake in my kayak and in my boat, and just trying to get that going so I can get more experience there and try to share that experience with y'all. And so I'm really hoping I can get to do that more often. But anyway, so let's get to talking about rattle trap. So I posted a video the other day of catching a fish on a rattle trap. It was a really tough day. I went to a Lake Juliet in Georgia. If y'all familiar where that's at, it's just above Macon, Georgia, and just completely got skunked. And I got to thinking about it after I left. I should have been throwing a rattle trap, and I had them with me. I just didn't tie one on. I was trying to get other things to get bites, and I just couldn't get bit. And that's a tough lake to fish anyway. If y'all familiar with that lake, that's a really tough lake to fish anyway. I guess it gets a lot of pressure. It's really deep. It's got a lot of structure and cover, and it's really clear water. So it is very famous for it's a very famous hard fishery, I should say. But then I went to the local PFA in Perry, Georgia, and was throwing a rattle trap, and I landed a fish. Alright, so the rattle trap I was throwing was the Booyah One Knocker, and that's her right there. Okay, and I'm sorry about the lighting. I'm in the storage container, and I'm going to try to get some lights in here to film these videos, but hopefully y'all can see. So that's the Booyah One Knocker, and it's a great bait this time of year. And I don't know if y'all can hear that, but it's just got one little rattle in there that makes a little subtle rattling noise, knocking noise, and it's I don't have a whole lot of experience with this bait, okay, but I've done a lot of research, and I just want to share what I've researched with y'all, so y'all know the deal on this bait. Let me back up just a minute. I fell in love with a rattle trap because my very first bass over 4 pounds was a 6-pound bass, and I don't have the rattle trap, but it was the it was similar to this one, but it was white, I believe, with a chartreuse belly, and it was made by if I'm not mistaken, it was either Cornwell or Rattle Trap. It could have been a Rattle Trap brand. And that was the first bass. And matter of fact, I'll post a picture of it up here. First bass I caught on a rattle trap, and it was a big bass. Okay, and I've been catching them on rattle traps since then, here and there, and they have been quality fish. Now they have been some small ones, but for the most part, they've been quality fish. And granted, I should have been throwing a rattle trap a lot more than I do, but as every angler knows, you have your favorite stuff, but you always want to try to capitalize on other baits, trying to learn those. But this year, I'm going to be throwing the rattle trap a lot more and try to get honed in on the skill of what I'm fixing to be talking about, this wintertime rattle trap bite. That there's a lot of videos on YouTube that teach you how to do it, tactical bassing, and other videos, YouTube channels that talk about this technique. So that's my background with the rattle trap and why I like it so much. But I don't have any experience in this specific technique, but I want to talk about it anyway because I am going to be doing it, and hopefully I have a video of me doing it and catching some fish. This time of year is just a tough time to fish. If you can't get on them, you ain't going to catch them. If you don't have the right bait in the right area, you're not going to catch them. It ain't like spring and summer. You can go down and bait and just wear them out on certain days. It's just a tough time to fish in the fall and going into the winter. It's just so focused on certain things that are eating. But if you get on them, you can catch them. That is no lie. I've been catching them. You see, the past couple weeks I've just been getting skunked lately. But hopefully we can address all that and try to learn some of these new techniques that will get us bites. So anyway, so back to the one knocker, Booyah one knocker. Okay, so that's the bait here I caught that bass on, and you can pick these up at Academy, Bass Pro, Tackle Warehouse. For whatever reason, they don't stay in stock. They go quick. Okay, so you got this color, then I pick up this color here. I don't know what color this is. It's a shad color. I don't have it, the box. Then you got this color here. It's got the chartreuse. You know, this is something I would use more on a cloudy day. All right, this on a sunny day because it's got that reflective side. And then you got the crawl color. Okay, so this would be good springtime, fall. You know, hopping it off the bottom. You know, so that's that deal. All right, so the other bait I want to talk about that I did pick up is the Strike King 2-tap, the tungsten 2-tap. Okay. All right, so there's that deal. So that's the Strike King's Red Eye Shad 2-tap. All right, see, it's got a little bit more. And here's the Booyah one knocker. All right, so these sounds, and I'm going to experiment with these things and see which one is going to do what, and I'll get to what retrieve I'm going to use. All right, so that's that deal. I got that one in this color, the crawl color, and then what's this one? Okay, then I got a bait fish color in the 2-tap as well. All right, so that was the two I picked up there, and there's a couple more I want to show you real quick before I get into the technique I want to use with these baits. This is the 6th Sense, and I've caught some fish on these. This is the slow sink model. Okay, I think it's the Quake 70 or 80 or whatever it is, the slow sink model. So you're gonna rip this and it's gonna slowly fall down. Okay, I got those because I want to try them and see how well they perform. You know, colder weather, and you know, and just that slower sink, and see if it generates any more bites than having a traditional rattle trap that just runs and falls. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know it until I picked it up earlier. It has a different sound. Okay, this is the Quake 70 6 Sense. Okay, this is just a standard. I think it's a 3/4 or 1/2 ounce rattle trap. Okay, now, all right, see, it's got that high pitched rattle in it. All right, so this is the slow sink one. Okay, so that's got a little bit more. It's not so much high pitch. All right, so there's a little bit a lower knock, so there's bigger BBs in this one. So that's something you can pay attention to, is the sound. Okay, and that's what a lot of guys talk about. You know, Oh, and I'll show you this one. I almost forgot. This is the black. This is slow sink too. That's the black. I forgot what they call that one. Sorry, I just don't remember the names of all these if I don't write them down. But you go on Tackle Warehouse and you find these baits. Okay, slow sink. All right, so that's a cool bait. Something I'll use in dark conditions, low light conditions. And then I have another one that's slow sink. This is a purple color. All right. So, but anyway, so to deal with what I was, I lost what I was saying. But anyway, so the retrieve that I want to learn and to share with y'all with this bait is, they talk a lot about a hopping retrieve, okay, especially when that water gets really, really cold. Okay, so what you want to do is throw this bait out there and let it fall to the bottom. Once it hits the bottom, just not a hard rip, but just something of that nature right there, just a medium slow, pull it off the bottom. This bait's going up and it's going to fall down. Okay, you do that and it's like working a jig. Okay, so that's the technique that I'm going to try to use this winter, and see if it generates any bites, because like I said, you got these baits, it's got that settle knot to them, okay, and it's supposed to be appealing to the bass in the colder months, and I'm sure it could work in the hot months too, in the summertime. Show them something a little different, where everybody's been throwing, here's a red-eye shad, all the chrome's about beat off of it. You hear a lot of those, just a standard rattle, okay? And those pressure fish or those lethargic fish, you got something that's a little bit more settled noise. It'll probably draw more strikes and get you more fish in the boat or on the bank. So that retrieve right there, and I'm sure y'all have seen hundreds of videos on this, but I just want to share this and just for my learning and for y'all's learning as well. So you want to cast this out there, let it fall to the bottom, and just ever so gently, just about a foot or so off the bottom, and let it fall back down. Just enough to get it moving and let it fall back down. So that's one retrieve that I'm going to work on, and hopefully I can show and demonstrate and catch some fish on, so y'all will learn and learn that as well. All right, so the other technique is, days like today is overcast day. It's fall time, but I'm in the shorts and t-shirt, and it's probably, I don't know, somewhere in the upper 70s, lower 80s, maybe mid 80s. I haven't checked the weather. And matter of fact, look, it's 72 degrees outside. Okay, but I'm in shorts and t-shirt. Down here in Georgia, the humidity makes things feel a little hotter than what it is. So, add normal warm day, cloudy, that's when you want to use a lot of your moving baits. Now, not necessarily. I've been, like today, went fishing earlier today and got some blow-ups on a frog and all, and just didn't get anything on a swim jig. I tried my best to get a strike on a swim jig and just couldn't get any bites on a swim jig. But the guy I was fishing with, co-worker, fishing with me at lunch break, did get some blow-ups on a frog. So they were chomping, but they just weren't chomping anything moving in it at a fast pace. But these cloudy these overcast days is supposed to be prime time for moving baits, and the warmer days. So not necessarily to say that a sunny day won't generate some moving bait strikes as well. But with that being said, the retrieve that I was using with this bait the other day in the video, and I'll leave the video in the description, you can watch that. Basically what I was doing, I was throwing this bait out there and then letting it fall a few seconds, get it about a foot or 2 foot in the water column, and then I was just pumping my rod, reel up the slack, reeling it and then I'll pause it, and then I'll go to reeling, then I'll pause it, then I'll pump the rod, reel up the slack, get it moving, stop, let it fall, and not soon after I'll pause that bait. I was running it, then I paused, and it was gonna fall. Now I only pause a couple seconds, then I start retrieving it again, and not right after. It was like 2 seconds after I started reeling that bait, boom, I got a strike. So that's something you can play around with too. Just throw your bait out there, count 1, 2, 3, then start retrieving it. Depending how shallow you are. If you're really shallow, within the 2 foot of water, as soon as it hits water, start retrieving it. If you're in 3 or 4 foot of water or greater, give it 2 or 3 seconds, then start retrieving it, and then I'll reel it in about 3 or 4, 6, 7 feet, and pause it. Or shorter than that, and go about 4 feet and pause it. Then pick up the line, run it, pause it. Then pick up the line, then stroke it, then pause it. So you get a little short stroke in there, and then pause it. Just vary the retrieves back and forth, and wherever you get bit at, pay attention to that, and that's how you want to run that bait the rest of that day, and see if that's generating bites. So pay attention how now you can straight retrieve it too. I'll straight retrieve it, then every so often either pump the reel handle real fast, make it go boom, or just give it a slight pause and reel, pause, reel, pause. Okay, or you can throw it out there, cast it out there, and pump it, reel up the slack, pump it, reel up the slack. Just play with the retrieves, but so. Alright, so, and let's see here. Try to make sure I didn't miss anything. And also, too, just to show you some different ones. You got the 1/2 ounce. Oh, no, this is 1/4 ounce size. They're a lot smaller than your standard. Then this one, I don't know what brand that one is, but that's a little video thing there. You can see the size comparison to that. Okay, then the size comparison to that. Okay, so different sizes, and you can just play around with those techniques and different sizes of these rattle traps. Gear, what do I throw it on? There's a lot of guys that throw it on medium heavy, but make sure that medium heavy has a good parabolic bend to it, like a moderate fast action. Okay, and I either throw it on my medium heavy, some of the heavier ones, a little bit bigger rod, and some of your smaller ones, like these smaller ones I show, medium fast. I either throw it on medium fast or medium heavy with a fast tip, and I haven't had any problems with the medium heavy fast. No problems at all. Matter of fact, the fish I caught on that video, I caught it on medium heavy. Yes, use it for my Texas rigs and everything else. But medium fast action tip is generally what I'll throw it on to. I don't have no problems with it unless I'm getting into like the 3/4 and in the bigger sizes. Then you might want a bigger rod, like a medium heavy. Generally a 7-foot rod. I don't think I would go any lower than a 6. I've cast them on a 6.6, the 1/2 ounce. I cast them on a 6.6. But excuse me real quick. Sorry about that. My son was out there crying about something. But we got that took care of. Anyway, either medium heavy with a good parabolic bend rod, like a cranking rod of some sort, or medium with a fast tip will do everything you need to do with a lipless crankbait. Especially if you're doing that hop and retrieve, you want something that's not real stiff. Okay, you want to be able to not generally. You don't want that bait to move really fast off the bottom. Doing that in cold water, you want it to be generally settled. Okay, so something with a decent tip on it. Line, I'll leave that up to you. I mean, that is, I don't know what color I don't know what your clarity of your water is, what you're fishing around, but I will say this: I throw it on 15-pound fluorocarbon or 12-pound fluorocarbon. Okay, braid, it's up to you if you want to tie a leader to braid. But if I'm around, me personally, our waters are not real clear around here. So 15-pound or 12-pound fluorocarbon. 12-pound fluorocarbon would probably be the maximum I will go, unless you got super clear water. Then I wouldn't go no more less than 10. But I ain't got no experience with anything lower than 12-pound fluorocarbon using a rattle trap. So with that being said, I hope this helps. I hope this gives y'all some ideas on how to use a rattle trap, what to look for. And like I said, you know, that 2-tap or that 1-knocker. Let's see, this is the 1-knocker, 2-tap. Try those this year and try different techniques with them and see if you can generate any strikes. Like I said, you don't have to completely slow down in the wintertime, especially down here in the south. It doesn't get all that cold, and when it does, it's only 1 or 2 days. So them fish are generally, if that water gets up into 50, 55 degrees, stays in there, whatever, they're going to be munching. Okay, so with that being said, it's starting to get dark outside. I see it in the camera. So thanks for tuning in. Like I said, I hope this helps, and thank y'all for watching, and God bless. We'll see y'all at the next one.